guys, welcome to the Friday night yoga class. I'm calling just because. We will start today in a seated position. So I'm just coming to an easy seat. Closing down your eyes, placing your hands on your knees, taking a deep inhale and exhale. Releasing all of that stale air from today that you carried with you. Really beginning to connect to your breath. Unclenching your jaw. Inhaling as we sweep our arms by our sides. Lengthening through our crown, bringing our hands together, bringing our hands through heart center. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling as we bring our arms up high. Exhaling as we bring our hands through heart center. Dropping your chin towards your chest. Then allowing your right ear to fall towards your right shoulder. Then bringing your chin back through center. And allowing your left ear to roll over to your left shoulder. Taking an inhale, coming back through neutral. We'll come into a tabletop position. Backing your hips over your knees, your shoulders over your wrists, spreading your fingertips wide. Inhaling as you drop your belly towards the mat, opening up through your chest, lifting your gaze, exhaling into a cat pose. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Really allowing your hips to sink forward as you come into cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Coming back into that neutral spine. Flipping your toes. Hovering your knees over the mat for just a moment. And then we'll push back into our first downward facing dog. Allowing your your knees to stay bent just a tiny bit. Maybe walking out your heels, lifting one heel, then lifting the other. Taking your time as you bring your chest towards your knee. Keeping your fingertips spread wide. Really staying connected with your breath here. Finding some stillness. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. We take a big step. Placing our left hand on the mat. Sticking our right arm up high, really twisting through your core here, getting all of your energy through that back leg, placing your right hand back on the mat, extending your right leg out long behind you, and placing it back on the mat. Extending your left leg up high, bringing your left foot through center, keeping your right hand planted, extending your left hand up high, really getting all of that energy from your back leg. Placing your left hand back on the mat. And we'll bring our right foot to join our left. From here, we'll just stay hinged over. Placing your hands under your feet with your palms facing up. nice little bend in your knees. And then using your arms to pull your upper body towards your lower body. Continuing to breathe here. Releasing your hands. Placing your hands at the back of your calves, back of your ankles. And pulling your body down just a little bit further. Inhaling into an extended mountain. Exhaling into a chair pose. All of your weight should be in the back of your heels. Extending your arms up high. Option cactus out your arms. Sinking your hips towards the wall behind you. Then we'll bring our hands through heart center. We'll prayer twist to the left. Taking a deep inhale. Staying for the exhale. Coming back through center. And we'll prayer twist to the right. Continuing to breathe here. Bringing your hands back through center. Allowing your hips to sink just a little bit lower. And we'll inhale into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All the way up into a mountain pose, one vertebrae at a time. Really activating your core. So in mountain pose, this is just standing regular. When you're really activated, your glutes are activated, your core is activated, and your kind of shifts your body up a little bit. So staying here in mountain pose, palms facing the front of the room. Inhaling into extended mountain, lengthening, and swan dive into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, placing your hands on your shins, lengthening through your crown. Exhale, forward fold. Placing your hands on the mat, stepping your feet back. We'll hold here for a moment and shift back into a downward facing dog. Inhaling your right leg high, bending your right knee, allowing that foot to fall to the left side of your body, really opening up through your hips here. Bringing your right foot through center. And we'll come into a high lunge. Extending your arms up high. All of your energy is coming from that back leg. Arms are up high. You can cactus them out. Then we'll place our hands on the mat. Step our right foot back. And push into a downward facing dog. Shifting from a downward facing dog into a high plank. And back into a downward facing dog. This transition from a downward facing dog to a high plank should be very smooth. You shouldn't have to really move anything. Your feet stay planted. Your hands stay planted. We'll come back into a downward facing dog. And then back into a high plank. And back into a downward facing dog. Inhaling your left leg high. Bringing your left foot through center. And we'll come into a high lunge. Getting all of that energy from your back leg. Stacking your knee over your ankle. Your hands, arms are lifted up high. And then exhale, releasing your hands down to the mat. Stepping your foot back. Dropping your knees to the mat. Tucking it under your toes. Just like that. Sitting back on your feet with your toes tucked under. Lengthening through your crown. Placing one hand on your tummy. One hand on your heart. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. Really connecting with your breath here. Paying attention to how easy it is for you to, when we feel anxious, our heart rate goes up. So by controlling your breath, taking deep inhales and exhales, taking a deep inhale for the count of 5,